So we talked about a few of the biometric types that are used in the industry. There's fingerprint and finger scan. Now, what's the difference between a fingerprint and a finger scan? Well, a fingerprint device will actually gather much more data on your finger. A finger scan will gather a fewer amount of points. Finger scans are used when you need to save on resources, because the more data that you pull out and have to save in a file takes more resources, and then when you have to do the authentication piece, if there's more data that has to match, that takes more resources. So a finger scan is basically the same thing as a fingerprint. It just takes less information from the finger and stores it for the authentication. There's a palm scan that looks at the whole palm. There's hand geometry, which I talked about, which is looking at the length and the width of the hand and the fingers. Retina scan is something that's used in some environments. Retina is the pattern in the back of the eyeball. So you actually have to get your eyeball really close up to a machine, which nobody ever really likes. And it's going to look at the pattern, because everybody's patterns with their retinas are unique, and it'll authenticate you that way. There's signature dynamics, which does not mean like when you go into the grocery store and you know how you sign on that little black thing after you run your credit card and you sign your name. That's not signature dynamics. That's a digitized signature. That's just capturing your signature, so we don't have to mess with any paper. Signature dynamics actually will collect electrical information as you write your signature. It's how you hold the pen, the pressure that you use, how fast you write your name, and then your signature. So all of those will be captured and put into a binary format. So because it's much easier to forge somebody's signature than it is to forge how they write their signature. There's keyboard dynamics. That's not used as much. It's you have to type some type of a phrase, and how long does it take you to type it, and the patterns that you would use. Voice print I talked about, where it'll give you words when you do your enrollment. It'll have you say these words, and then when you have to authenticate, it moves the words around.